Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Turtle Sage back again for another combat commentary. And this time I'm going to do something new. I figured it's summertime, a lot of movies out there. I love movies, and specifically because my channel is dedicated to, all types of butt whoop. We're going to talk about action movies. And this is a new series I'm doing. Turtle Sage reviews your favorite action movie. With sage like wisdom. I don't know. Let's get started. So the movie that we're going to talk about today is one that has done really well in the last few weeks. It is part of a ongoing franchise about a wayward assassin, who tried to retire but got yanked back into the game because bad people, disrespected him and severed his only connection to his dead wife. This would be John Wick. John Wick 3, to be particular. We're going to review this today. And I got to say, who would have thought that Keanu Reeves, of all people, would be the number one action star right now? No superpowers, nothing, just straight up butt kicking. This guy clearly did his homework on fighting like an assassin. And now, where do I start? Okay. First and foremost, it's okay, yeah, we saw The Matrix, but that was CGI. John Wick is hyper realistic to as it can get, for the most part. If you studied martial arts of any kind, everybody did their homework, from tactical shooting to grappling. To my grapplers out there, this franchise is your franchise. This is your movie. This makes y'all look good. Specifically, now, if we're going to go talk about, the particular martial arts that are in this movie, you are not disappointed. It is a masterclass of combat skills, particularly in the areas of judo, aikido, saw some salat, saw what looked like some kind of northern long fist. He fights triad guys. Lots of big kicks, and they're Chinese, so one can only venture to think that that's got to be some kind of northern Shaolin fighting art, but I digress. Tactical shooting, grappling with a gun disarmament, you name it, it's there. It even has ninjas. Good portrayal of ninjas, I might add. As somebody who studies ninjutsu, I gotta say, this movie made me want to go out and purchase a kadachi. I've not learned kadachi yet. I've learned some katana. Not enough to, really show off with it like I do the other weapons yet. But I will say, man, and outstanding cast. Everybody did a good job in this movie. Halle Berry. Shout out to that woman. I'm not really a Halle Berry fan. Ever since X-Men, I was just like, come on now. You ruined Storm for me. Yeah, I was kind of salty about that, and just her personal politics on everything. It's neither here nor there, but I will say this. She did an excellent job, and she was just in there long enough not to be annoying. And there's a scene where she's joining John Wick in the action, and I gotta say, great tactical use of German Shepherds. Hey, you shoot my dog? Yeah, pretty much gonna be the same reaction. Sabrina Blackwater, you kind of had it coming. You didn't have to shoot her German Shepherd. Spoiler alert. But back to the martial arts. There is so much good in it. Let's just start with what Keanu Reeves did. His first fight scene involves knife fighting. Obviously it's going to be tactical uses of the pistol, but good use of environmental kills and improvised weaponry. He's in a library and he fights this lurch-looking Russian dude. Obviously he's going to be fighting a lot of Russian dudes. And you can clearly see there's a lot of sambo, which is a Russian martial art that they use, or they're used by the Spetsnaz and just about everybody. Russians, my fellow Russians, I gotta say, you guys are really good at anything in regards to wrestling and grappling, what have you. And surprisingly, a lot of you have really good kung fu, Chinese martial arts, wushu, whatever you want to call it. He fights this guy, and he beats him with a book. And I made the joke to my friends in the movie theater, like, oh, knowledge really is power. And they all got a good laugh about that. But yeah, he used the book to fight a 6'5" Russian dude and won. The guy had a knife, was trying to, cut him up. John Wick blocked with the book, slapped him with the book, beat his brains out, slammed his face on the table and everything. Good use of environmental tactics. Another fight scene, fast forward, he fights Chinese guys. There's a lot of good environmental kills in this movie. And as somebody who studies ninjutsu, you eventually learn how to do that. Slam them into hard surfaces, improvised weaponry. Well, he's fighting Chinese dudes. Okay, the premise of the movie, he's pissed off the High Council of Assassins, the High Table as they call it. And so they put out a bounty on his head. It was about $15 million. Yeah, for that much, I'd probably shoot my shot at you too, literally. I got bills like everybody else. But I digress. So every faction of assassins is chasing. You got Russians, you got Chinese, you got Arabs. You even have ninjas. We'll get to that. The Chinese guys are fighting him in the stables, and they're trying to get at him. And they're at one point they're fighting him, trying to shoot him, trying to slice him up, do whatever it takes to win. He slaps the ass of a horse, and the horse kicks a guy in the head. He's pretty much done at that point. You take a straight shot from a horse to the head, and then John Wick's trying to kill you. Yeah, that moment of distraction is all he. That's all I would need. If I see you get kicked in the head by a horse, yeah, I'm bang, bang, bang. You know the deal. Then it's just so much of that, and the cinematography is beautiful. From the car chases to the fights in the desert. One of the things I noticed, if it's not like obviously, like there's a scene where he's in the desert trying to find the master assassin, basically the Ra's al Ghul of this movie, and that's the only time you really see it be bright. But for the most part, it's dark. Obviously, you're dealing with assassins. You're dealing with the underworld. It's never going to be quite bright enough. But the way they did it was beautiful. Beautiful cinematography. And this brings us to the Arabs. When they're in Morocco, he goes to find Halle Berry to help him out. And they have the night fight where they're in Morocco, they're fighting in the desert, they're fighting, Arab assassins. The word assassin comes from the Middle East, so this is a good fight. And it's because the guy who plays Sir Bronn of Blackwater from Game of Thrones, he's in there, he's one of the top level guys, and he needs, John Wick is trying to get help from him and trying to get passage and whatnot. And the guy was like, well, I need something in return. He wants Halle Berry's dog. Halle Berry ain't giving him a dog. He shoots a dog. Big gunfight occurs, and then it's just beautiful shots of, a Moroccan palace, basically. There's belly dancers and what have you. It's just beautiful. And good use of tactical shooting. Beautiful tactical shooting fighting scene. You'll love it. For my gun nuts out there, again, John Wick is your movie too. Good gun disarmaments. Very good gun disarmaments. Now, this brings us to the next one. So obviously these assassins aren't getting the better of John Wick. John Wick is that dude. He's the best assassin on the planet. Ninjas get in the game. Oh yeah, there's this lady walking around the whole movie, basically either rewarding or punishing the folks who helped John Wick or betrayed him. And she comes to these Japanese ninjas, and they basically, we will go after John Wick. And so John Wick, obviously, he gets passage to the desert, and to do that, he's connected to the Russians, right? And Angelica Houston is like, I guess, kind of the godmother of the whole clan or whatever. The assassin group. But basically, she has to pay repentance, and the ninjas come in and they shove a Kodachi through her hands. Ow. And she took it like a champ, though. But there's, again, beautiful cinematography. The fight scenes with the ninjas, they're not even using guns. They're using Kodachis. Not quite a katana, not quite a wakizashi, but in between. And it's just beautiful beyond all reason. Like, I was like nerding out so hard, fanboying so hard. These guys ran up on, these Russian dudes, and Russians ain't no joke, as I've already told you. Knifing them left and right, and there's one part where there's ballerinas dancing and the ninjas just appear. Just beautiful. And good just application. They didn't look like your run-of-the-mill, like, ninja, like how Hollywood usually portrays ninjas. No, they're dressed in modern clothing and, leather, black leather, because there's a motorcycle chase where they're trying to slice them with Kodachis, and John Wick is like, nah, you ain't getting me. Bang, bang, bang. He's riding a horse. So it's just, again, the action sequences are perfect. The casting is brilliant. Sobrano Blackwater, never would have thought you put him in there. You have Mark Dacascos as the head ninja, and you even have the two guys from the raid, the twins, who were the really big baddies in that movie. Watch the Raid series. I'm going to review that movie next. So, all in all, just good scenes. Good, just A+ all the way around as far as actions. Even the story's gotten more complicated. Beautiful cinematography. 10 out of 10. I highly recommend you go see John Wick Chapter 3. You got everybody. Angelica Houston, Halle Berry, Keanu Reeves, Mark Dacascos, the two guys from Race, Sir Brana Blackwan. I don't know I didn't figure out that dude's name. He's a great actor. So, by all means, take it from me, Turtle Sage, as somebody who studies martial arts. The arts you see ninjutsu, aikido, judo, northern Shaolin, salat. Basically, anything that has ever been used to rub somebody out, assassinate somebody, you get a good mix of everything. Just, hey, Keanu Reeves, I can't wait for Chapter 4. Oh, by the way, from a personal standpoint, there's two black guys in the movie, and I have this thing about movies, don't make the black guy look stupid or look like a bitch or what have you. I judge movies by that. That's just me personally. Don't hold it. It is what it is. Lawrence Fishburne. What could I say? He was a G through that movie. Hey, it's Lawrence Fishburne. And there's another guy. He's like kind of the manservant of the guy who owns the hotel that John Wick stays and all the assassins stay in. That's kind of neutral ground. And it stopped being neutral ground for a minute, and yeah, he got in trouble with basically the League of Assassins, whatever. I don't know what they call it, but basically, yeah, it's that. And they all came in, like the final fight scene with the ninjas and the other assassins. It's basically a SWAT tactical group coming in. And this black guy, I forget who he is, but I've seen him in other stuff. He puts in work. He's got a shotgun, and there's a subtle nod to the Matrix. Keanu Reeves comes in. He's like, I need guns. Lots of guns. So again, watch it. Good movie all around. Nobody's offended. No identity politics or anything. It's 10 out of 10. I recommend it if you like martial arts, if you like gun violence, if you like a good story. John Wick Chapter 3 is a good one. I recommend watching that whole franchise, and I cannot wait for John Wick Chapter 4. I know it's going to be awesome. So, with that said, this is my first review. I hope you like it. Like, share, and subscribe. Turtle Sage signing out.